に誓う来戦ここより弱滅の時てせてせ私に応えるのだ裁きの雷無我の境地よっ
Cool. Yo, what is up, YouTube? Raiden here, backing out into another video, and it's been about 24 hours since Raiden revealed, so I've been messing around with a lot of comps lately, and I actually really enjoy this one, so I wanted to showcase for you guys what it's capable of. Essentially taking Eula and Raiden as a superconduct support, apply a little bit of Anemo for VV for Jean, make Raiden better, and also, Eula just does a lot of physical damage. We have 3 nukes. 380 cost bursts, which really helps up fuel Raiden Shogun. In my opinion, this is arguably the second best team, or possibly even the best team for Raiden. There is a CC problem, but all of the characters have big AoEs, so it doesn't really matter a lot of the time. But let me just show you guys what this team is capable of. I think the best way to show you guys is Abyss. So, the main team right now, again, consists of Raiden, Eula, where's Jean? Jean, and, Sara, there you go. And then the other team is, we're just gonna run this, and, Diano, and then, awesome. Alright, cool. So, let's get going. And I purposely put it on the first one because, Pyro Cube is, like, almost impossible with this team, because you need a Hydro character. So, but it is totally doable to do the Cryo Cube. So, just say screw it. Let's just run this. So, again, the main sort of kind of rotation you're looking to do is Raiden E, and then kind of Jean E burst, and then Sara burst, and go to Eula, and then kind of repeat back in Raiden. So this is what it kind of looked like. So Raiden E, and then burst, and then burst, and then burst, and then burst, and then oops, and then go here. And it's kind of like constantly cycle through. Funny enough, I found very easily between Eula, especially for Eula, is that you kind of really, like, don't really want to, like, in your burst the entire time. And I'm saying this as I'm literally fighting, by the way. Oh, I can't hit that one, because he's Electro. This is probably not the very first floor I kind of want with this team. Like, alright, cool. And so we have this guy. Funny enough, we could just probably do this and just go boom. I love this character, man. It's so fun. This character's so fun, man. And then Eula. Funny enough, I'm actually not proccing the Song of Broken Pines, but it doesn't round it. This makes it actually more cheap to play friendly accessible. Not really often, because you have to proc it through normal attacks, and as you clearly can see, I, don't finish up my normal combo as much, because I kind of want to focus prioritizing, like, spamming my bursts more, and just getting a little bit of damage of Eula, which kind of charges up Raiden, so it kind of has a very nice synergy going on. So, and then just kind of go like this, and charged up again. This is probably going to be the most interesting part. We have to somehow break through the entire Cryo Cube, and I'm going to show you guys a really fun method of how we're going to do this, essentially. So, essentially pop this, and then pop this. Don't really care about this as much. And then kind of iframe through there. And then run this. And then there you go, popped him for 300k. And then might as well charge up our team, may as well. We're just kind of sitting here. And then get here, and then pop this. Cool. Cool, pop. Bye-bye. And then here's the fun part that you guys all wanted for. So floor 1 might be a little bit, this first part might be a little bit rough. I just want to let you guys know there is right now, this abyss really sucks for Raiden. And let me tell you 2 reasons why. One, there have those annoying, like, electro fields that give them a lot of resistance to electro, meaning Raiden's not going to get nearly as hard. It's, like, not a small amount, too. It's, like, 70% or something. I don't even know. It's, like, it's a whole bunch of defense they get. And then, 2, they also get the high and low tide bullshit. So, essentially, it prevents Raiden from easily getting the energy needed properly. So it doesn't, when you go into burst with Raiden, you don't actually get the energy back from the burst because of low tide. I hate this. It really is an anti-Raiden abyss, and I have no idea why they're playing this for 2 weeks throughout her banner. I have no reason. I don't get it, but whatever. We'll just make do with it. But let's just bring the team, and then Sarah, and then I could Mona, Diona, and then Kazuha. But overall, I really like this team. I do think, however, like, ideally you want constellations, especially on Sarah. You want C2 Sarah at least. It makes the rotation way easier, unless you're really good at iframing and dodging. It's kind of clunky sometimes to hit the arrow at the ground for your Crow Feather. I normally never use the Crow Feather from the arrow shoot. I always use the one from Cons 2, which is just way more consistent at providing the buff. So if you would, I would not necessarily run this team, to be honest, unless you had C2 Sarah. But I think for every other character, you can kind of get away with running C0. Obviously, a lot of their damage is going to be a little bit lower than mine, but, you know, I think this team is still probably one of the better teams to put with Raiden, especially with all the Beto shenanigans going on right now. So, yeah, anyways, let's just put this back up again. So, boom, boom, and then boom, boom, and then that, and then boom, that. I forgot to Gene Burst, whatever, don't matter. So, just do that, and then hopefully I can catch up to them in time. Cool.
風よ私に応えるのだ裁きの雷無我の境地や
Actually, funny enough, I hate it more. I hate 12-2 more than I hate 12-1. Like, that's the funniest thing, right? But there's some parts of it I just hate in this floor in particular. Also, it doesn't help that I have, like, no burst. Alright.
Hey. Yep.
Oh, why I separated him?
稲光すなわち永遠なりいざ
Alright.
わめきなさいやっイカズチに
Alright, this was a little bit more rough than the other one. Let's do this again.
剣に誓う来戦ここより弱滅の時てせてせ翼よ浄土を開わめきなさい憲兵恩を断つジャッジメント裁きの雷
Oh no, the other dude, he freaking like what? 無我の境地風よ Well, and there you go. That is the Abyss run. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wanted to get this video out in Abyss where, you know, this team definitely shines a lot better. Right now, it kind of doesn't, but I just feel like it's just more of the counter. They're just trying, like, Inazuma, and they have all these Electro characters. It makes it really hard, and they want to try out the new Electro enemies in particular, and the gimmicks with Electro, which makes it a lot harder for Electro characters to just deal damage, funny enough. But hope you guys understand the kits. I'm going to also show the character builds, just so you guys know. You don't want to see, want to be 100% transparent, so you guys know how to follow this team guide, essentially. So yeah, let's just show the teams. So the main, obviously, one of our core characters is Raiden. She's mainly operating as our battery, and she pretty much helps us, you know, get our burst up on time, and vice versa too. So when other characters burst, Raiden's burst gets stronger. When Raiden's burst, she also charges up everyone else. So it's kind of like a very good mutual benefit to this team. She is running an R5 in Golden Light. Oh, before I for that, these are the stats. So you can see I'm running an attack. I am running an attack cup, so I do not have the electro damage bonus. But the crit rate, crit damage, as you can see right here. We are running an R5 Engulfing Lightning. It is a whale build, but I think it still has potential at lower rarity. And here we go. We have the 4-piece emblem set. So we have the hat, which is our emblem hat. We have our cup. We have our timepiece. We have the feather, and then we have the flower for our build. And then moving on to Constellation. Yes, this is a Con 6. I really think this team, Raiden, really shines at Cons 2 to Cons 3. However, I think you could still potentially have this work at Cons 0. However, you are going to do a little bit less damage because this Constellation is kind of OP. Talent-wise, he's 6'9", 11, which, because, you know, it's only 1 week, and Senora can only drop 2 to 3 moss mats, so it wouldn't matter. And then, yeah, that's the Raiden. Moving over to Sarah, our build, we have 63 crit rate and 160 crit damage, 142 ER. I like having a lot of characters with Raiden to still have a decent amount of ER, just because, you know, you can't always rely on Raiden having the burst, and so this kind of gives you insurance. Raiden gives energy, you know, it gets them faster, and just have them burst. It kind of works. Just in case you go a little bit off rhythm with this. This is running a Song of Broken Pines. However, I like to say I didn't really use the effect of this weapon really that much, because I constantly try to swap out of my characters so I can get the burst going off and more damage. But this is because also I have C6, so you can kind of cheese it. You can also run it just full hit if you have a non-C6. You can also... Artifact-wise, we're running 2-piece Blood, 2-piece Pale. 2-piece Pale is better, but only if you have C2, because it allows you to go a little bit more like consistency with the bursts and how you handle your E. Otherwise, 2-piece Blood, 2-piece Pale, I think is better, generally better. Our hat is pretty bad, but it's the best we got because I didn't want to farm Pale Flame that much. Our cup is pretty okay. Here is our attack sands. Here is the feather, and here is the flower that we have. And then Constellation-wise, we are Con 6 again. And talent-wise, 8, 9, 12. So, moving on to Jean. Jean is... These are the stats for Jean. 155 ER, and then 83, 169. We are running a Jade Cutter. I really wish this weapon comes back, because it's really insane on her in particular. Because she has a lot of base HP. We are running a 4-piece VV. This kind of operates as a way to sort of, 1, heal the team, and 2, kind of just get the VV effect applied on the Electro, so that Raiden and Sarah end up just doing nuke stamens. They have these big-ass nukes that they can fire off. So for the hat, we are running a crit damage hat, since we're running the Jade Cutter. You can also run this on Black Sword, potentially. It's going to be less good, obviously, but it's just what you got to deal with. Onimo damage bonus cup, with some ER as well. We have the VV timepiece, which is pretty alright. We have our feather, and we have our flower with a ton of ER on both of them, which kind of helps Jean become a lot more consistent. Constellation 6 as well. The only really main one I want to highlight is Cons 2 in particular. Cons 2 just allows us to hit faster, so Raiden hits a lot faster, and Eula hits a lot faster, so we can maximize the damage of those two. And then for talents, we are 6. We did double crown Jean because, you know, Jean... I thought Jean would be a really fun character. Also, waifu. So, you know, gotta level up the waifus, right? So, and then finally, Sarah. So, starting off as our stats. So, attack is not very high. However, we are running a 67 to 18 with 170 ER, pretty much maximizing this damage overall. Plus, Sarah buffs herself, so it's not really a big deal anyway. A weapon, we are running an R5 Scoured Harp, highest base attack and good crit rate, crit damage stats, which is really, really good for maximizing the buff. Artifact-wise, we are running a 4-piece Noblesse, because a lot of the times we will commonly burst with Sarah before going into a big burst damage, like Eula or Raiden. It doesn't really matter which one, to be honest, but it kind of helps. So we run the hat, the crit damage, we run the electro damage bonus cup, we run the energy recharge timepiece, we run the Noblesse flower, or feather and flower, sorry. And then, yeah, Constellation-wise, we are Con 6. The constellations I really want to highlight. I really don't think you should be running Sara. You could probably try to replace with Bennett, I guess. If you don't have C2 Sara. C2 Sara is it's kind of a big entry point because, in my opinion, the aim shot Crowfeather is just so inconsistent, and especially if you don't have a shielder in this team in particular, you could get hit really easily if you're not paying attention. So, and maybe when you get one shot, so you got to be really careful. So this just makes it way easier to deal with. Just press E and swap off, or press E, press burst and swap off, so you can get a bonus off that and make her burst a wet stronger. And C6 is also another big critical point, especially if you plan to run her with Raiden Shogun as a DPS, because 60 crit damage is really, really good. Not only for Raiden Shogun, but herself as well. You pop her E, then pop her burst. The burst will get the buff from the E, from the Crowfeather on the E, and it's ridiculously strong. So her burst ends up hitting like 40k and like does like 300k potentially. It's just massive. And this is only at talent level 9, by the way. I didn't get any weekly boss mats from Signora, sadly. So she's kind of stuck here for a couple more weeks until at least I get Raiden's burst to level 13 to like round that. Sara's going to have to wait a little bit longer. And yeah, that's going to be the team. If you guys enjoyed the video, leaving a like, comment, and a sub would really help me out. I am trying to get more subscribers and, you know, better my channel in the algorithms. I haven't posted in a while. And I also do stream on Twitch pretty regularly, twitch.tv/RaidenNinjas. Link will be below in the description. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this team if you run it. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.